I'm going to play a little clip by RT, and it's Tarantino. Tarantino speaking out against an injustice. And we are all in a fight. People who listen to my videos and other people's video, who listen to Dana Durnford, Blanche, or Lonnie Clark, or keep track of the epic, monumental destruction by the nuclear industry against all life on this planet. We are in the fight for our lives. And I'm going to comment again how I approach this awareness that I have. I want to talk about this awareness. The fact that you know and I know, and whether or not you deny it is irrelevant, because we're all we're all targets. This is referring to my last video, target IDs. We're all ID'd and we're targets. We're targets from the point of view that we're susceptible to the cancers, to the illnesses, to the autoimmune deficiencies that are going to escalate dramatically as this radiation enters our systems into all biology. This is going to carry on over a long period of time. Some will be more dramatic, some less dramatic. Some people will survive, most won't. That's what I think. Anyway, we're on track to be in a complete, total extinction. We are living through right now an extinction event. This has been documented. This is actually a scientific conclusion. This is not some flaky nutbag artist going off on, we are in an extinction event. It's the 6th, as they call it. So we're in the fight for our lives. And I wanted to attach this clip. I'll put it at the end of this. And here is my point. And what I try to talk about in terms of my own ability to communicate any of these thoughts, ideas, feelings. I mean, ultimately, this is the objective that most people that are involved creatively, there is a sense of wanting to communicate something that I understand someone else that is a creative person wants to somehow participate in being, I'm going to step out on a limb, but being part of a solution. It's not, as Kandinsky said, art for art's sake is merely decoration. I'm not a decorator. I want to be part of something. I want to be part of people. I just don't want to be an entertainer. And part of this process that I'm involved in, as I experience it, it is about creating spirit. And when I say creating spirit, what's connected to that thought for me is that I become a person that does the right thing, what I call, or anybody can call, conscience, to do the right thing, to stand up for the oppressed. This isn't just a religious concept. This makes sense for all of us personally, for others to benefit from this experience. It's not trying to get away with one. Stash your secret stashes and outperform and outlive and outdo and out this and that. No, this is a big situation in terms of all life on this planet. If one life is destroyed, it affects every other life. I guess the Easterns have this figured out, and with ahimsa and all that kind of philosophy, it starts to make a lot more sense actually. But what I'm trying to say, and what I'm trying to alert the people that understand, not the apologists and people that just want to continue with the way things are, be compliant, complicit, conformist. I'm not about that. And the way we counter this destruction, like I say, once we feel this spirit, and it sometimes comes through art, we feel it from the art. Once we feel this spirit, we will begin to want to be part of a solution. We want to be part of something, not separated from something. And this is where my idea of conscience comes in. And it's each person individually. And it doesn't mean going out on the street. Well, I'm not going to say what it means. All I'm saying is the usual ways of acting don't apply. There are no rules when it comes to conscience. The only rule is that we do the right thing, and we need to rely on ourselves in this regard. There is a level of faith beyond religion, beyond all of that. There is a feeling within us that we can do the right thing, and we need to be able to do this one person at a time, every single day, which doesn't mean writing anti-nuclear letters, although that's a good start, that would be great, but it means that we do the right thing for each other, with each other, for each other, and engender this feeling of conscience. And if we actually get to this level, enough people acting their conscience, we're going to get rid of these bastards. These nuclear bastards that are destroying everything because people are complicit, they don't act their conscience. They're on a paycheck, they work for them. The worst of the worst work for them. And we're just standing by, and we can't afford to do that, like Tarantino, which is why I'm including this clip.
I just do also want to say, what am I doing here? I'm doing here because I am a human being with a conscience. And when I see murder, I cannot stand by. And I have to call the murdered, and I have to call the murderers, the murderers.
The criticism against Tarantino started after he attended a protest against police violence. The New York Post, for example, pointed out that 3 of the director's relatives served in the police department.
Out come the usual suspect hacks who are going to attack this person for speaking, as he says, his conscience. I've been going on about that. Let's hear. There's another comment I wanted you to hear.
Mr. Tarantino is perfectly justified in what he said, and I support him. There's no doubt that it's riskier to speak your mind politically when you're a famous person and when you're notable, and that you become a target. There's some anger, particularly on the reactionary right, and this is being stirred up by the police unions here in the United States, which are very powerful politically. But I don't think that it reflects the way that many Americans feel about it.
I just thought I'd put this up because I've been saying this is, everybody knows this, even on the level of just being insignificant as a person. If you speak out in a group about something, you're going to be hammered down for speaking against, for stepping out of the conformity of compliance and complicity. And I must say, I totally respect and admire this person for speaking out the way he has. Obviously, in this clip, you can hear him, and he says exactly what I say. We need to grow a conscience. We need to grow a conscience, one person at a time.